Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing another self-improvement video and I'm very excited about this topic. What we have to remember is that behind the dating situations have to be women who are whole within themselves. And I'm hoping that my self-improvement playlist and these videos will help you to become that woman and become ultimately the woman who you want to be. So if you're interested, honey, keep on watching, hit the thumbs up, and also notifications, click that. And Beneficial Dating ebook is in the description box. Let's get into this topic. So if you find yourself being the type of woman who really isn't the woman who you want to be, okay, there are things about yourself that you want to change, things that you want to improve on, and that is normal. It's a normal part of life to want to progress, want to evolve and become more and greater, keep on putting your best foot forward, and as you continue doing that, your best foot will improve, okay? But sometimes there are deep-rooted issues as well. Sometimes it can be trauma from your younger years, so from your childhood. Sometimes it can be trauma that you're just dealing with right now. Sometimes it can be relationship stuff, baggage, parents' issues. It can be body dysmorphic disorder, body dysmorphia. It can be anxiety. There can be so many different things that one is dealing with, and it makes it very difficult for them to be the person who they want to be and to be able to then date the people who they want to date because they don't feel as though they're good enough for them, and it all stems with you. So I'm going to do a tiny bit of a story time here and just go into my own personal journey a little teeny tiny bit. And I have never spoken about these things on my channel before, so we're going to get into this, and if it resonates, it resonates, and if it doesn't, then I'm sure that you will be able to benefit from my advice after this mini story time, okay? So growing up as a child, I was always very confident. I was very confident, very outgoing, and then something happened in my teens that really changed me. So when I was 14, I changed as a person, and all of a sudden I was nervous, I was anxious, I was second guessing myself, I was feeling like I was ugly, I was going through a lot of things, and I guess at that age lots of people do. But for me, there were definitely a couple of triggers that I believed that mentality that I had developed stemmed from, and I continued to take that in with me into my 20s, and I was then having relationships that I probably shouldn't have been in. I was treating people as though they were on a pedestal, and like I was low down here somewhere, and like they deserved better treatment than I did. And it all stemmed from the way I felt about myself. So let me go into those feelings a bit more without banging on about them. But I definitely had body dysmorphia. I definitely had anxiety because of the dysmorphia, really, feeling the way I felt I looked, and that in turn made me act like a complete and total, I don't want to say idiot, but definitely a doormat situation, definitely a low self-esteem situation, and definitely a pathetic situation, because deep down I knew that I was really a confident person, but now I had changed. So I just felt like, who is this person? And I don't like it. And I spent a long time not liking who I was, externally and internally, okay? So when I was 26, which I have spoken about this before, I decided to start facing my demons. I broke out of in my opinion, it was actually, well, it was a very toxic relationship. It was the one that I told you ladies about before, with the money situation. That relationship was a lot. I did a story time on that. Credit card sunken place story time. Yeah, I ended that relationship, and from that point I felt like I was taking back control of my life. I started making more of an effort with my appearance, playing about with music, with makeup, Before then, I felt like there's just no point, I'm never going to look better. And from that moment of getting rid of some of the toxicity, I was then able to have room to bring in more positivity. So I started making improvement with my looks. I confronted some of my other things that I had going on, family issues. I then started doing the internal work and external work simultaneously. There was a lot of improvement that happened in my life at 26, and in my opinion, that's actually quite late in life to start to become the woman who you want to be. You want to be able to be that woman from, at least from about, I don't know, a couple of years before. Start getting to know yourself, get that confidence, and start working on yourself internally and externally, so that you don't feel like you've wasted your 20s, which is how I felt sometimes. Which is another reason why I do my channel, because I want other women to be able to learn from my experiences and basically just not have to go through it. Okay, I just want you to be the best versions of yourself and be the women who you want to be before it's too late. Well, it's never too late, but before you feel as though you've wasted so much time. Nowadays, I'm the woman who you lot know. I love myself, I like myself, I respect myself, I put myself first, I put my best foot forward. I would say about 99% of the time. I am the type of person who always wants to make sure that I'm staying true to who I am, no matter what other people are saying, because it makes me feel better. So I live to serve myself and to make myself happy, and that's how I live my life. So it makes me accept dating situations which are beneficial to me. It makes me assess and vet out men who are only going to continue to bring in that positivity into my life. Okay? Now, if you are watching this video and you feel as though you are the type of woman who is still feeling anxious, not feeling like the type of woman who you want to be, you don't walk like her, you don't talk like her, you don't act like her, you don't smell like her yet, you don't this, you don't that, you don't date the men who she dates, you don't have the hair that she has, you don't have, I don't know, the experiences in life that she has with holidays. It's time for you to get pen to paper and to start planning and assessing, evaluating your life and evaluating the person who you are. And I love lists. So I would suggest and recommend that you have a list for your dating life, what you expect in a mate, and just have about four top things that are important to you when it comes to dating. So it could be, maybe you want a man who earns X amount, you want him to be somebody who you laugh with every day, you want him to be somebody who wants marriage and who is ready for children. They could be your 4 non-negotiables that you have written down for dating. When that is written down on that paper, you only date men who have those 4 qualities. That's it. And it means that you will have what you want, because there is no other plan B. You can only go for plan A. Then you write another list when it comes to the woman who you want to be, and this is internally. So if you want to be somebody who is confident, you literally have to fake it till you make it. So you write confident down. Okay? Then if you want to be the type of woman who is sexy, then you write sexy down and you work on being sexy, because sexy comes from inside. Honestly, there are women who are drop dead gorgeous, but they're just not sexy because they feel nervous and they're, it's a demeanor, and obviously it's looks as well, but sexiness is a demeanor. So you can write that down. Then you can write down, I don't know, maybe you want to be a bit more kind, or maybe you want to actually be a bit less tolerable as a person and not be a doormat. Then you can write down something like that. But at the end of the day, write down the type of woman who you would like to be internally, and every single day you are taking steps to consciously make sure that you are becoming that person. Okay, whether you're faking it or not, you have been that person that day, and it's about doing that every single day. okay? It's a progression, it's a journey, and we're all on it, honey, okay? So get involved and start getting on your journey now instead of wasting more time. Then your last column is going to be, your last list, sorry, is going to be about you externally, okay? So your appearance. And lots of people in my femininity, one of my femininity makeover videos, they had a problem with me bringing up plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures. I'm never going to backpedal on that. I am for that if you want to do it and if it would improve your life. If you've obviously researched things properly and you're going to somebody, there's always going to be a risk with things like that. Even with fillers, I do fillers and I plan to get more done. There's always a risk. There is actually a risk of, well, I don't want to go into it all, but there are risks, okay, honey, to any injectables or any cosmetic and plastic surgery procedures that you choose to do. There are. But if that is something that you need to do to really have, in your opinion, a better quality of life because you feel more confident and happy in your external, then put that on your list. If it's just that you want to maybe start practicing your makeup, then put that on your list. If it's that you want to grow your hair, then put that on your list. If it's that you want to lose weight or you want to gain weight, you want to tone up, you want to I don't know, just be more fit just in general with running and exercise, then put that on your list. And every single day you take steps to executing those points on that list, and it's going to be an ongoing thing. It's not something that's ever going to stop, because you're always going to be trying to keep fit and look your best, etc. So it's an ongoing journey, but it's one that is worth it, and this is what life is about at the end of the day. It's about progression, it's about happiness, it's about becoming and being the woman who you want to be, okay? Once you have those lists and you are taking those steps every single day, it's going to help you out, okay? Because when you are then looking at the women who you feel look amazing, but then you actually look at yourself in the mirror, you can say, you know what, she looks really good, she looks lovely for her, but I look really good too. And we're different women. I don't have to look just like her to be attractive. I look like me and I am attractive and I love the woman who I am. And any man who steps to this needs to come correct. And once you are in that mind space, you are going to be unstoppable. And you're going to be the type of woman who men see as value, and not a woman who men see as somebody who they can walk all over, as a woman who they think that they can just, knock about in the bed for 7 minutes. You are going to be a woman to them of quality, of substance, and somebody who is just different. And you will notice that when you are in that mind space and you feel as though you are the type of woman who deserves all of those things that I just mentioned, when you meet a man and he's not paying your bills and you expect him to, if he is not, or he said he was going to and he hasn't come through, if you are dating somebody and all he seems to want is to get you on your back, you're going to say to the left, like Beyonce. I'm so cringy, but no, you are going to say to the left, because you're going to realize that, look, maybe that was the woman who I used to be, but I'm actually not her anymore, RIP. This is the woman who I am now. I don't tolerate that nonsense. And if you want this and you want to experience what this can do, then you need to do X, Y, and Z for me. And that is how things are supposed to be, in my opinion, when it comes to dating. That's how things are for me. That's how I expect things to be for me. Everybody is different, but if you are a woman on this channel, I'm sure that you are similar to me in that way, that you expect to have benefit from your dating situations, and that's that at the end of the day. And you don't get benefit from your situations by being a woman who is not worthy of benefit, okay? you don't get benefit by being unworthy of it. And to be worthy of it, you need to know what type of man you want, those 4 things, and only date men who have those qualities. Then you need to be the person who you want to be internally, and you need to be the woman who you would like to look like externally. And it's a thing. It's a thing. It makes it so that you are unstoppable and you will love yourself. And because you love yourself, you expect the most for yourself. You've worked through all of your trauma, you've worked through all of your issues, and you are now at a point where you are unstoppable. Okay, I just got a phone call, but I'm back. So before I get off of this video, I want to speak a little bit more, because some people, they don't know how to go about these things, okay? How to go about self-improvement. Maybe you want to see your GP and speak to them. Maybe you want to do, I don't know, go to counselling or whatever. Or some people are even on antidepressants or on medication. I would recommend and suggest that if you want to improve your life in the way that I just said, and you want to be the woman who you want to be, then I think that the first thing to do is to just do the lists and start taking those steps every single day and progressing. Because when you do feel like you are ugly, when you feel like you have anxiety, when you feel as though you're not the person who you want to be, it all stems from somewhere, and only you know where that stemming is coming from. And sometimes you have to dig really, really deep to find out what it is so that you can evaluate it. But you're the only person who truly knows, because a trigger happened to you at some point. It didn't happen to somebody else. So you have the answers inside you. Okay, so I would suggest that you start doing those lists and progressing in life, because that makes you feel better in general when you are progressing. When you feel like you're staying stuck or regressing, that's when people start feeling depressed. So as long as you're moving forward and you're becoming the woman who you want to be, honey, you are going to be good, in my opinion. That's what I think. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, okay? And I will see you lovely, beautiful women in my next video next Sunday. I am, oh my gosh, honestly, I need to eat something right now, and I'm going to have a cupcake. And yeah, I will see you lovely ladies in my next video. If this video helped you, thumbs it up, and also comment below if you are going to try the lists, or what you do to make or what you are doing right now to become the woman who you would like to be, whether it's externally, internally, or with the men who you are dating. Let us know in the comments. And with that being said, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next video.